Hello, everybody. Last episode, Littlefeet gave a tour of Kinos Harbor, and we also picked up a quest called Winds of Change, which is sending us to the Lion's Mane Inn and Tavern. And we're going to get our basic inn room, our very first housing option. So I wanted to spend the beginning of this episode going over housing just a little bit. I know not everyone is interested in housing, but it is a system in the game that some people, they spend their whole game times around creating, decorating. So we're going to first start by taking a look at that. But before we get started, you may have noticed that every once in a while this window pops up. And I just wanted to review it real quick, just so you know what it is. Not everybody likes to play free-to-play. Not everybody even approves of free-to-play. However, this window here will pop up once for you, I believe, each session that you log in, just to try to remind you that there is a membership option. Now, if you do choose to subscribe and become a member, every month you will get 500 of the DBC, the cash from in-game, so that you can purchase things from the marketplace. So really, in essence, you do not have to spend your own money on the things in the marketplace if you just save up your 500 that you get every month for free from the game by being a member. You also get 10% off the items for sale in the marketplace. You gain an additional 5 more character slots. You get other exclusive in-game things that are not available to free-to-players, such as the ones I showed you on the briefly on the loyalty list. Things like that. You would have access to all of that. And there's also more besides the broker that we discussed last episode. So if you are interested, I would recommend it if you're going to play the game and you do enjoy the game, because you will get a lot more out of the game and not have to worry about, oh no, what can I do? What can I do? So I just want to put that out there. And now that that's done, let's head on over to the Lion's Mane Inn and Tavern.
It brings me happiness to see so many newcomers arriving to the exalted city.
And we are going to just run through all of this because we basically did this the other day. And we are going to go through these doors here, and that's going to put us in South Kinos. Okay. Now we're in South Kinos. This area of the city includes a lot of the different housing that is available. This would be kind of where you would go to get your housing. And I will come back and explain a couple of things after we get our in-room. That over there is a wizard's tower, which if you are a mage, you will most likely end up going there. Even if you're not a mage, you will likely end up going there. But we are going to head on over to the tavern. So I'm just going to make a beeline. And both Freeport and Kinos have quite a few different layouts for housing. Okay, straight ahead is the Lion's Mane Inn and Tavern. So we're just going to go inside. And this is obviously...
What do you mean you drank more than I did?
This is the tavern portion. And there's more bar areas on that side. We need to turn this quest in. So we are going to go upstairs. I think we need to talk to somebody. Maybe not. Oh, nope, I guess not. We just need to select a
My
room.
spine hasn't any legs to walk over and fill itself up.
Now, it looks like there's both sides we can choose from. And just to be different, I'm going to go over here. Go all the way down. Oh, I want this one. There are different floor plans. Now, if I left click on the door, it's going to ask me if this is what I want. And since it's free to me, there is no price. Now, there is going to be a 5 silver upkeep charge every, I think it's 7 days. And it gives you an additional 6 storage slots in this home. So you even pick up even more storage. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Now, when you buy it, you get this window. And it basically, it's going to list all of the homes that I have. And, oh, it's 7 days right here. Now you can put advance monies in if you'd like and not have to worry.
I could use another ale for the road any time now.
You can place up to 200 items in these beginning in rooms. There is no reduction for status, and there's no coin reduction. Now, after 7 days, if you say you don't play for a while or you just don't care, you do not lose your home if you don't pay it. All that you need to do is pay the whatever it is, like 5 silver, when you do want to go back in. You don't have to pay all the back rent. So that is that. Now, I can change the name of my house. So what I'm going to do is, oh, and you can also get rid of it, and you can pay your upkeep here, or you can enter it from this window. Here we go. It's a 2-room apartment, version 1. Okay, so it says I visited the Lion's Mane Inn and Tavern to see my new accommodations. They're a pleasant change and the city is bursting with life. So once you purchase it and then you enter, you can see that it said Littlefeet's room. So this is my place to do whatever I want with. So up here you'll notice that there's a leave house button, an enter-exit decorator mode, and open the house window. Now, if you hit this enter-exit decorator mode, it says decorator mode is now enabled. And what that's going to do is, okay, got ahead of myself here. Let's say we want to put this counter down. You want to right-click it and place it. And this is what it looks like right when you take it out of your bag. Now, if you scroll your middle mouse button up and down, it rotates the item for you. So you can place it kind of however you'd like. And then you just left click and that places the item. If you decide like this is just a little bit too tall for her to really do much with because, you know, she's a frog lock. So what you can do is you can left click it again because I'm in decorator mode, and you can do various things with it. You can change the pitch, you can move it up and down, left and right. We want to resize it, but I want to resize it. So I'm going to hit that, and now if I just move my mouse left and right, it's going to let me resize it. And when you get done, you just hit the left mouse key. Now I want to move it, so I'm going to set it back a little ways. There we go. All right, so I want to move it, but I don't want to change it there. So now if I hit my middle mouse button there, and that looks like it's a little bit of a better size for her. Now I have this handbook that I got when we arrived in Kinos Harbor, and it says it can be placed on the floor. Now I think it can, yeah, you can place it on a table also. And once you place it, you can then read it if you would like. You just left click on it and you can read it. And we also got this torch. So we're going to right click, place it, And that floats. And it also has a sound. So I'm going to put it, it doesn't matter, we're just going to sit it there. And I think that's the only thing that we really have that we can place in our home right now. And like I say, it doesn't look very fancy in here. Now, if I had any money, you see my cursor looks like a saw. If you right click on the floor, you can customize the floor, and you can give it different types like Eldar, willow wood, traditional oak, which is nice. So I don't have the money for that. On the walls, it's the same thing. You can get different types of wood for that. So that way it might fit your aesthetics a little bit better. So that's the basics on the housing. If you go to the door before you leave and you right click on the door, you can access your vault. And this works just like the bank. You could place bags in here, or you can just place items directly from your backpacks into the house vault, which makes it nice. Now, you don't have access to the house vault like if you go to the bank, so you would need to come to your house in order to get anything out of there. Now I'm going to leave the house, but see, now it shows what I've got in there, which is nice. So we're going to leave there. So we've done that. Now, when we first got into South Kinos, I said there was something we were going to go back to because I needed to explain it. So we're going to head over there right now, because not all of the houses actually are in the cities. Some of them exist anywhere, and to access them you need to have a portal. So it's really easy to do that, and I'm just going to briefly explain it. Now, sadly, most of the players that have homes in the cities, they're not active anymore, or they don't pay upkeep, so you won't be able to visit those. So I'm not going to spend any time on that particular aspect of the system. If in game you're interested in doing that and visiting, you can open up the housing window via either your EQ2 button here, which is housing and leaderboards, and you can go through and you can pick houses to go visit this way. And you can click on them and then go see what they're like, and you can then you can rate them and all of that. So that is that. I'm not going to get into that anymore. But in Kinos or in Freeport, or I believe there might be other cities that have these portals, you want to look for something that looks like this. And what this is a gateway to other prestige homes and other homes that, say, you get off the marketplace, or you get them through questing or some other means. And these require portals to access them. So say that I did have one. I would choose the one that I have. So just say I have this one, and I do access to that. Now, I don't have the deed of ownership, obviously, but if I did have it, I could go to my property right from here. Now, the better way to do it is keeping my Kinos home. I right-click on this item and get the portal object. Now, what that's going to do is bring it up again. Say I have this one. I would click on it, get portal. Now, that's going to give me the portal object for this place. Then I would go back to my in-room, and I would place the portal for the mist into my in-room. And then my character can actually just go to the in-room and port straight over there. I wouldn't have to come to this object. And if I had 3, 4, or 5 different homes that I owned, I could put all those portals in my in-room, and it makes it nice. If you want more information on that, if you go to your EQ2 button and go down to the help menu, and then you can go to housing. It tells you here how to acquire a house, which talks about in the second paragraph here, how does prestige house linking work? And it explains how to do that briefly, kind of what I had mentioned. So you can go, it also discusses how to move your house, and talks about the ratings for the dungeons and rating a house and how to publish your house for rating and all of that. So you can go here and get some more information.
All good things will come to the innocent.
Yes, my dear. Yes, it will. Thank you for that. So that is basically housing in a nutshell. I am not going to go into a lot of detail for that. It is self-explanatory, but play around with the system if you're interested. It's not difficult. It's not real time-consuming. And as far as learning it, there's not a whole lot of a learning curve. But you will get a lot of good ideas and that if you search for videos on YouTube about people who have decorated, and also visiting different homes that are open for that. And in South Kinos, there's also shops and such. Like right here is this is a cat shop. We have cats and more cats. Did I mention cats? So you could check out all the different shops. And there is a pet merchant in here. So you can get pets for your house. I don't know if he sells anything more than cats. Let's
Buy
see.
today and you'll receive a free litter box.
Well, thank you. Yeah, he's got ducks, pigs, cats, and all of this stuff just costs silver. It's not very expensive at all. So if you wanted to pick one of these pets up, you just purchase it and go into your home and place it just like you did, just like we did with the pieces that I had from the quest. Now you notice on this it says rent status reduction 75. So there's rent and there's status rent. It'll say that on the window when you purchase the item. The beginning in-room did not have any status rent, but some of your bigger homes do. So when you get items like this, it reduces whatever that rent is. So then you, like this one will reduce it 80. And as you collect things, you can stick them in the house, and that will help you because you do also need to pay with status as well as in-game coin. So that's just something to be aware of. All these little things. Let's see, was there anything else? I think that is basically it. And have fun with the housing. You do not have to participate in the housing at all. It's another system that is totally up to you. I'm going to move on now to North Kinos and show a couple things in that area. Here's another Pegasus. I kind of like that one. Very nice. Okay, we're going to move on into North Kinos. Now, North Kinos is where the palace is of Antonia Bale. And perhaps you will get a chance to visit someday. Actually, I know you will if you do certain quest lines. Now, over in North Kinos, besides the palace, is the crafting hall that we are going to be utilizing for this series. And the reason is I like it. I can't craft in my home yet, obviously. The bank is right across the way, which is nice to store your crafting things in. One thing to keep in mind, if you're crafting, you have to have the materials in your inventory. So this is have Iron Forge Exchange, and this is where we will be crafting. Now, before we craft anything, we need to learn how to harvest. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that today and get started on that. And then the next episode, we will get into the crafting. So harvesting is something that everyone needs to do if you're going to craft. And I recommend that everyone pick up at least one crafting profession because end game does require it. It will require you to be max level in a profession. So just keep that in mind if that is going to be your goal. It's just as easy to get started on it right away. But no pressure on it. When you get to be max level and you find out at what point you need to have some crafting skills, you can definitely start it at any time. You don't have to do it right away. But we're just going to pick up this tutorial so we can get started. Hello, Jason.
Well met!
Hello, friend. I'm here to teach interested people a little bit about how to harvest crafting materials and how to craft trade skill items. Are you interested? Yes, please, I am. Okay, so he's going to give me a quest on learning to harvest. And he's also, for a reward, going to give me a storage box for the bank. Now, it's not going to be able to be carried around in your inventory. It's going to be too heavy. So you will have to place that in your bank. So we're going to accept that quest. And he says harvesting resources tend to be segregated by areas. For example, you'll be able to harvest items for making equipment for 1 to 9 adventurers in the same areas where you'll find 1 to 9 hunting. There's 7 types of harvestable items. There's wood, roots, ore, soft metal, animal dens, shrubs, and fish. I'd like you to get a few harvests from each type of harvestable item. Okay, so he's given us a tutorial on harvesting. We need to pick up 3 of each of these items. Now, in Kinos, the best place to find the beginning items is going to be in Oakmist Forest, which you can't see from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go there via the city bell. So we're going to go over in this direction. Now he also gave us a harvesting bag. Now if you don't have an open slot in your character, then the bag will just be put in your inventory and you can move it over here. But he actually gave us one. So we're going to head on over. It's actually right down here. You can go back to the harbor also and get to Oakmist Forest from there. But I'm going to go ahead and go from here. And Oakmist Forest is right here. If I were to go out to Antonica, which is outside the city, it would probably be too high of harvesting. The items would be different levels. So we do need to start in the beginning areas. For Freeport, I believe you can go to the graveyard to do your beginning harvesting quest. So once you arrive here, there's going to be, now this is an actual zone within the city, and you can do quests in this zone. And I would recommend you do that if you come here directly from the island. Now, if you plan on going to Frostfang Sea or to Fadark, Greater Fadark, then I would recommend that you go ahead and pick up the harvesting and questing over there. But I'm going to show you the system here. All right, we come across, oh, see that bear right there? In this zone, that bear has killed me so many times. He's level 15, and he's a heroic. which means he would probably kill me in one swipe. You definitely want to stay clear of Grub Digger if you come to this zone. And he paths through here every day. So just watch your back and give him a wide berth if you see him. Now this is going to give me the lead clusters that I need. Now all you need to do when you harvest is you just hover over the item and left click it, and you will begin to harvest it. We got 2 lead clusters, and you click it again. You usually get 3. See, I didn't find anything, so that didn't count. So I'm going to do it again. But you usually get 3 chances when you find things. So there's number 2. Now I got 2 rough malachite, which isn't something I need on my list, but it's going to be something I need for my crafting. So one more time I want to do it, and it'll probably disappear. Yep. So we got 2 more rough malachite. Now we still need 1 more lead cluster, so we're going to have to find another one of those stones. Now, creature den is right here, so we're going to go ahead and try and get our, what do we need from here? Rawhide pelts. So we didn't get anything, so we're going to try again. We've got some deer meat. Now deer meat will be good if you want to do provisioning and make some food. Okay, we got 7 rawhide pelts that time, so we got more than enough. We're finished with that one, but I'm going to go ahead and just do my third try. So we're going to move along now. There is a shiny. I'm going to pick that up. I want to keep my eye open for Grub Digger. Now you can left or right click. I tend to like to left click. Ooh, chip shard of conjuration. Now we don't have that one. We have 2 options. I'm going to put it in the level 10 because I'm most likely going to be able to get that one filled out. Now there's aggro mobs in the starting area. See, I don't want to go over if I still needed leather and get that nest because these mature bear cubs would attack me. Here's some ore, so we'll get that. Okay, I've got 2 10 clusters. All right, we're done with our 10. So we're going to look over here. Oh! Nice! Okay, well, we're going to come over here because we get to talk about another system. Now, in our second episode on the island, I talked about the alternate advancement. We have now turned level 10, which means we will start gaining advancement points. If you need a review on what I explained on that system, please go back to episode number 2 and watch that part again. I think it was towards the end of that video. Now, as far as getting your points, you can see my hotbar at the bottom is quite full. It has given me quite a bit to go through. I also earned an achievement by becoming the 10th level adventurer. There it is right there. So that's pretty exciting. Now, as far as the AA, I'm going to open up with the L key. Now, to review our character development, I have a point I can put. So I am going to pick something for my character. Now, wisdom doesn't do her any good, so that's not going to help me. Stamina would help me. That would give me health. This will give me ministration, which is more of a healing. This one will give me casting speed of beneficial spells, which is a healing. This one increases my defense. And this one increases my chance to block. Now, some of these are not going to do a lot for me as a mage, and that's fine. Now, these will help me with trade skilled drinks. This will help me with my power regen, which is something I'm going to need. So I'm going to take that as my level 10 character development point. Now I'm just going to look. You can see how my AA has been put to 50 automatically, and I cannot move it. If you remember, you can set it wherever you'd like. Now I should have something here because you get this at level 9. So we're going to pick a focus effect. And I think because my buff is important to me in order to stay alive and gives me mitigation and such, I am going to focus on my buff just for now. And wizard training I don't get until I'm 14. But now my advancement has opened up. Now I need to load my personal sheet that I had created, and you can see by reaching level 10 it has given me 6 points. Now I can put those 6 points anywhere I want in here, and I'm going to do that off camera because I'm going to be spending a little bit of time trying to figure out what I want to do with her for now. So that's basically all there is when that starts. You just pick it, then you hit your commit, or you hit your save, then you hit your commit, and it will load you up with your current setting. Okay, so that's that. Sorry for the interruption on the harvesting, everybody, but I kind of wanted to get to that so I didn't forget. So we are going to continue. This shouldn't take long at all. Ooh, we've got a blue butterfly. Oh boy, we're getting lots of collections started already. You will soon discover that your logbook is going to fill up really fast. We need some roots too, so we're going to go ahead and get those. Okay, so we've got all the roots that we need. We don't need any more of the leather. Let's see, we got our ore. Here's another shiny. Sweet, a knoll bone fragment. Now we're going to put that one in the level 10 section as well, just to give me a better chance. I don't know if it matters. It could totally be random. Now we do need to get another lead cluster, so let's go ahead and hit this stone again. Boy. Okay, so we just need some lumber, which I haven't seen any wood around here. We need a fish and we need a shrub. Oh, there's wood right there. Grizzled arbor. Get out of the way, Oak Miss Fawn. You're going to get chopped. All right, we got all we needed of that. Just going to finish this up. Okay, we do need a shrub, though. There's a unicorn in here. See, there are some quests here. I don't see any shrubs. Ah, there's a shrub. So we need to get some jum-jum. All right, we got what we needed. on that. Now the last thing we have to do is get some sunfish, and we're going to have to go to the water to get that. Get turned around here. Let's grab this shiny over here. Okay, now that's a sparrow feather that we already had from before. We completed that collection, so I'm not going to pick that one up. Okay, there's a pond over here. But you can see why this is an easy place to get the beginning stuff, because it's pretty much right there. Makes it easy. You do want to watch out for anything that is aggro, like that mature bear cub. Now what you're looking for is these clusters of fish. Now you can hit your tab key and it'll cycle through. And when you see one pop up, you just hover over it and left click. You don't need to have any harvesting tools. You're set to go. So you just want to fish the same way you would do any of the other activities, which makes it really, really easy. Well, we're getting lots of frog legs, but that's not what we need, and it's kind of creeping me out. Just saying. Okay, we've got everything we need for that particular quest. So now we're just going to go back and turn it in. Wonder if I can get this last shiny here. I'd love to go and get all of them, but I'm not in the mood to battle today. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. So, now we're going to turn this in. Now, it looks like we can turn this quest in right over here to this guy. Fantastic, so we don't have to go all the way back.
Good day.
Okay, now she's going to give us our storage box, which needs to be unpacked at the bank and placed inside one of your bank slots. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Now this guy has a feather. Now, this is important because he's going to show us the crafting process. But I'm going to wait on that because I want the item that he makes, but I think that we're going to end the episode here. I want to talk about crafting next time. Thank you for joining me today. Please give me a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.